Quantic.
All right. And of course, before we start, I want to give a shout out. We're going live right now. Shout out to our streamer, Mile High Militia, who put in unbelievable work yesterday, just being able to stream what amounted to be probably the best match in the history of TF2 and caught almost all the action, if not all of it. So he's doing great, and he's back with us again today. But we're at mid, so TF2, right back at you. I feel like we were just here like 2 seconds ago. But all right, here we go. We're at Snakewater middle, Quantic's favorite middle in the game. Blue really getting aggressive right off the bat. That's going to be Quantic on blue. Red is going to be MixUp. Mackey's going to go down, trading with Relic, but Banny is going to go down to Moose. So Banny going down early. Sizer as well, so maybe a little early aggression here out of MixUp. Tyrone's trying to shotty down the medic. He's going to get shut down. CB is still alive. He's at 71%, all the way at last, guys. He's going to get Uber, but a commanding mid-win, only losing Relic. So I didn't see a ton there. What did I miss, guys? How did MixUp do it?
Well, everyone at home, I want you guys to count how many mid-fights Banny dies at, and then how many mid-fights Quantic loses. But like I said, Alex, MixUp had a night to sleep over what went wrong on Snakewater, and they devised a game plan, and they came out of the gate swinging.
I want to point out really quick, Mackie has a wrench that is covered in Christmas lights. That is awesome. I love this game. Yay. All right, here we go. We're going into last. They got that back right, back left defending corner locked down with that Uber. But there's a ×2 on the point. There's nobody there, guys. Wow. That's a nipple hair right there, right off the bat. As close as you possibly can get. Almost a complete head-scratching moment there. Oh, it's so close. So Sizer smartly is going to stand on the point to make sure no spy or back cap shenanigans go off. But there's the red Uber on 2. Gonna try to make some frags here. TLR is smelling CB blood, and he's gonna get it. Gibbs and body parts flying. Medic is down, and I don't think they're gonna be able to recap this. No, that heavy is there, doing a ton of damage. Banny's gonna go down. Only Sizer remains now. The garbage man. He's gonna have to do something, but no, he's gonna get shut down, and that cap is gonna go. Wow, really a questionable move there, because Sizer not being able to go to help that cap on second. Guys, that really will cost them, and they're going to lose 1-0 now, so no 5-0. MixUp coming to play here.
Yeah,
that was...
Go ahead, Sig.
That was actually really interesting to watch, because I thought 4-man suicides were something nobody did anymore, but on Snakewater, you can actually get away with something like that because of the way the spawns were coming back into defend too, so that's what they did, and they pushed Quantic way back and pulled it off. But anyways, here we are in mid. Hardblue goes out, and like Quantic really piling aggression onto MixUp's side of the map, and they're just cleaning everybody up from the looks of it.
Yeah, and
Banny
you guys,
lives, so
yeah.
There you go. Banny lives, they win mid.
Yeah, if you guys keep in track, Banny is alive, and middle does go to Quantic, Alex.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we saw Harblu be the first casualty at any mid-fight between these two teams, and that was Tyrone, actually, with the big bomb onto him. So usually that's Mackey's job to quick pick the medic at middle, but he went down. And, of course, Banny is still alive, and we're going to say Banny's name a million times. Like I said, it's the Banny show. We're all just sort of pawns in the Banny game of chess here. Here we go. Quantic able to take second without much trouble. They still have that Uber. Clockwork is going to go down to the sticky trap, but they're going to push top right with this Uber. It's going to be tough for them to finish this and defend it here. The early pop, and they drop Harblu in time. He's going to be able to surf away. Tyler's going to go down. Point is open. No stickies on it. Jumping back is Platinum. He's going to get dropped down by Mackie. ×2 on the point. The heavy is there. They're going to be able to converge. The Saw is out. Saw the Tyrone with the Uber. Great play by Harblu. Wow, we're leaving off right where they left off. It's just crazy plays in the nick of time. Another nipple hair, Justin, and that's going to be a crazy successful defense for MixUp. Harblu with the Saw for the win.
From the left nipple to the right nipple, coast to coast. Look at these nipple hairs earlier on in this match, and now we're going to have a forward or a back cap from the MixUp team coming in. Quantic trying to do all they can to stop it. It's not going to go, and Banny's going to take out TLR. So with that pick, they might be able to get... Yeah, there's another Banny pick. I mean, we're going to talk about him a lot, but if he's going to play that well. CB does go down to Moose, so that's some saving grace from MixUp right now, but I believe Quantic, Alex, is going to recap this point.
Enigma with a huge double underneath the point. ×3 on the point, they're going to get it. Harblu is alive, 41%. Needs to get with a soldier, start healing right away. They're finally going to hook up on last. I don't know if the pressure is going to come in. Guys, it looks like they're going to hold back, but Sigma, they're going right where they left off yesterday with back and forths and just edge of your seat action. So close there, but Harblu with a great play to save that one.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It's really, Quantic must be kicking themselves for not getting him as you retreated to spawn on the start of that play, because he comes back out with the Ubersaw, and I'm not sure how many hits he got, but certainly, one is enough to save the round if you made it up to 75 on his own. And it looks
Yeah.
like they're going to slow things down here, and I agree with that, because pushing out to this point is ridiculously hard.
We do have Mackie running sniper, though. He's pretty far back right now. It's kind of weird that we saw him yesterday, Justin, hanging out in that window back there, it looks like. So I'm not sure exactly. You must be expecting the push out from MixUp. Of course, the Uber advantage is in their hands. CB just getting his. So now that CB's Ubered up and ready, look for Mackie to move forward, and he is. He's going to try to do that superstar auto-aim pick, Justin. Looks like he's going to take the right door here.
Yeah, he's going to have a scout peek it for him right now, and, the scout's in position. He's getting that full charge timed up, and there it goes, and the gate gets peeked, and he sees the heavy. Any pick right now is going to be big, but instead, Platinum, anticipating the peek, has a sticky trap laid down, and he's going to take down Clockwork. MixUp might be wanting to push here with, they know there's a sniper, they know it's a scout down. It wouldn't be the worst idea, probably not the safest, so they're just going to chill out and stay back at their last.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sigmund.
Oh, well, it looks like Clockwork just coming back as scout again, so we're just going to see more of the same, waiting for Mackie to hit a shot, and that's, that's a good way to push this, because it's a really tough point to push, and eventually he's going to headshot someone, and then they're going to be able to move in if MixUp is not willing to push off one pick.
And as far as the defense goes, there is a level 3 set up there. We saw Oplad with that sentry gun shenanigans, Bloodsire, before you made it home from work yesterday. But Oplad had a level 3 that he carried about 700 yards across the map in a hilarious manner. So hopefully that plays out again, because it was hilarious. Looking into tough defense to crack. But remember, guys, we saw yesterday in the same position.
Up, dude.
They were looking so hard. They're gonna look at the kind of poke that left side, but with Mackie distracting everybody on the team, not wanting to get body shot. Banny was able to poke out that right door. Remember, get like a 4K and win the round there. So maybe something like that's gonna happen. But they're letting him get all the way in there. A lot of ground being given. So kind of weird.
Look how deep they're letting Quantic in right now. They're just picking that right side, and they don't care. They have a sentry and a heavy. That's actually going to, as Sigma was saying, that's going to impede their mobility. Once they get one pick, they're not going to push off. But we have a scout just creeping onto the point. I like this gameplay. They go, hey, if they're just going to stay on the right side, I'm going to come in on the point. And Mackie gets a body shot into Enigma, but Relic also gets a headshot, and the Uber is now popped for the red. CB still hanging on to his. He might be forced to pop here. There's a soul, but Banny's going to sticky him out. So with 2 down and a full Uber percentage, you can expect Quantic to wait for the rest of their guys, Alex, and then come in guns blazing.
Yeah, I was really waiting for someone to just go walk in the point. I mean, when your whole team is hiding like that, and they were hiding like not just on the other side, but on that propane tank, they had like 3 guys just kind of crouched there. It looked like a Counter-Strike play where they were like stacking somewhere. But that was pretty funny. I'm not going to say the N-word, nipple hairs. Ooh, I definitely shouldn't say the N-word, but nipple hair again. But I just could say it because I didn't want you to think I was going to say the other word. But all right, well, Mackie's going to get that headshot onto Tyler. Here comes the push, but Platinum with 3. 1, 2, 3 into Sizer. CB gets sawed in the middle of all that. Harblew's going to go down, so he's not going to get Uber off of that. Wow, I didn't see. Must be a sticky. Oh, Mackie underneath with an auto-aim video-style headshot onto Enigma. Clockwork is liking that one. He's actually going to pressure Plat now, but Plat's like, I got stickies, bud. And those are pretty strong, so wow, a lot of back and forth. Big plays being dropped out there. Platinum with 4 right there, Justin. Must have had a bunch of sticks on the point or something.
Yeah, he came in with the sticks late in the transition fight, but got to give my props to Mackie there. Welcome to AA with the close scout headshot. Nothing brings a warm tear to my eye like those. So,
Mackie Spy,
thank you for that, Mackie. And by the way, yeah, we have Mackie on Spy.
Like this kind of switching of the off class. Let's see how Mackie, I think they're probably waiting for the sniper again. Mackie as Spy, actually disguised as friendly sniper, so he's going to let them think that there's a sniper here. It's a really clever play. Of course, running the regular watch like a real man would. Don't like that cloak and dagger or the thing that makes you invisible forever. Hate that stuff. Sizer's going to go down, so again, they're pushing with the Spy, trying to kind of mix things up, kind of keep that defense on its toes, while Mackie is still running around behind the point as Spy. Sizer's going to go in and get a kill onto Relic. Banny's going to go down. Clockwork with 2, on Relic and Tyler. So both soldiers going to. Mackie is on the point right now as Spy, just kind of hanging out. He's still got a beat on the sniper. Oh, he's going to try to stab the medic. Sticks the knife into his knee. That's not going to do enough damage. It's better when it goes into the back. Mackie's going to get chopped down. So I don't know, Justin. That Spy play. I mean, Mackie's probably one of the best spies in the game at this point. So he knows better than we do. But it's tough to make something happen when the Ubers pop and there's a fight going on. Almost want to kind of let them see it from far away and then get behind him or something.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really good positioning on that last Spy run. He actually had Harble healing him for a second. I think that's what forced him to panic into trying to go for a stab and a kill, because it's not long after an invite medic's healing you as a Spy that he kind of figures something's wrong and maybe tries to get an Uber star off you, and you don't want to give the other team 25% advantage. So he went for the kill, didn't work out. He didn't get the face stab, I guess lucky for MixUp. But we do see now that MixUp is going to stalemate it out again with a heavy and a Sentry. Sentry moving a little bit of a different spot. Tyrone takes down a dispenser, and we have an offensive heavy Alex right now coming in, and the blue Uber is popped. Hardblue has to burn his too a second later. And now we're just going to have the rest of Quantic back it up a little bit and do repushing.
I don't think they're going to be able to get this Platinum with a big double pipe onto Clockwork, hit one of those in the air there. ×2 on the point, though. They're going to be able to pressure the point pretty hard there. Great push by Banny, 1-2. He's got the stick, but it's not just a regular powered stick. It's not matter because they're going to cap the point right behind him. Didn't see that. The left side just broke down. Banny got a ton of damage off. At the end of that, it's going to be tied up now 1-1. So a little bit of a stalemate action there on the last. We hope that's the last we see of that, but it is Snake Water, guys, so, you know, we're probably going to see it again. But that's good. Now tied up 1-1, Justin.
Yeah, things are leveled off 1-1 the way Quantic wants it to happen. Certainly they want to, you know, set the rest of this tone right now by getting the win. And look at Banny going super aggressive on the Platinum, puts him down to 30 HP. And we have Quantic now with the upper hand getting all over that point. Like I said before, if you have the point in the top, you're usually going to win middle. And Banny's still alive, so that's a good sign. But Tyler takes down Mackie. Sizer and Clockwork exchange kills. Platinum takes out Banny, so and Moose takes out Tyrone. It's only Sizer and CB. Sizer's way deep, trying to do everything he can. He gets on that medic, but not enough. And CB's forced to hightail it out of there.
Yeah, he got him pretty close. Sigma, what'd you see in that mid-fight there? Looked like Justin said, Quantic had a good chance of winning that one, but Platinum re-pushed in, got his rebuff, came in and did a ton of damage and won that mid-fight for him.
Yeah, I've been watching Banny a lot on these mids, big surprise, and what's been happening when he's been dying is a scout just delays for a while and then eventually runs into him on point when once Banny's started to move up and there's nobody there to stop that scout from moving forward. So
Mackie got a drop down. He's gonna go for the pop and he gets dropped, blown up before he can finish. Pop didn't even force a pop. Did get a couple points of damage onto Harblu, but Harblu's gonna be all right. He's taking some roller damage, so he might want to go grab the health pack. Remember, both teams do have Uber here, not a big advantage. And Bandy's going to take Enigma away from the fight, at least for a little bit. But Platinum's going to go in. The old demo bomb trying to be Alex What there. Actually going to work out. It's going to force a pop, but without the demo, it's going to be tough for them to hold on here. Of course, Harblu is running away. Farmer Brown is currently milking away. See if Quantic is going to force a push, and in fact they are. Trying to jump on him over there by that second point. Moose is going to go down. ×2 on the point. They're getting some good time. Still haven't popped the Uber yet. They're going to have to use this to get in there, but Clockwork's going to go down.
Oh, there's a drop.
The Uber. Oh my god, you can't milk that long, and Banny took it away, making him pay. That's 5 Uber charges dropped in the last 3 matches for Harblu. Oh my god, unbelievable. So him going down there, look for Quantic to have a really good chance here, though they are down 3. CB needs to get out of there, Justin. Yeah,
Quantic's got to be careful. They have the Uber advantage, and there's a lot of fragging power right now on the point. And look at that, Moose is going to come in and take advantage of Quantic's over-positioning, over aggression, and just kill them. We had a big play come in where Harblu went down, and that's a design play, I'm convinced now, guys. We've seen it twice. We've seen Harblu and Tyler sit back with Uber and then spawn a heavy after there's a suicide, and then they like to push in when there's a lot dead. So maybe they figure the best way to get less is just to bait the other team out into second, and it seems to be working right now, as there are 3 down for Quantic, but also 4 down for MixUp, so not as bad for MixUp for Quantic.
Banny, I mean, look at the score, dude. It's 28. Next guy on the team with 15. Banny is putting the team on his back right now. You know, it is the Banny show, guys. We're joking about that, but really, I mean, there's really not that much else to talk about on Quantic. Banny taking Uber away. Banny doing everything. There's a scout. Moose is hiding on top of that sign there, but he's like, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to do that. And in the meantime, Quantic is gonna retake second. So, Sigma, what can we say? What else can we say about Banny? He's just playing unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can say. He's just, you know, playing as amazingly as yesterday. Maybe not quite, because that was, you know, the best demo I've ever seen. But he's doing a lot of work for his team with the Uber drops, with all the kills, and now here they're pushing into mid with the Uber advantage. Harblu going really low. Tyrone gets him on the Uber, and everybody from MixUp just falling apart. Their only kills Mackie, but I mean, that's a given. He was jumping in on them for sure. And they're actually going to just roll ahead onto 4, just leaving 1 scout to cap mid, so maybe a quick turnaround into a round for Quantic here off of that 1 drop on 2.
This is what Quantic does to teams. They put the pressure on, they win a big fight, and they just don't stop pushing until they're already at your last. Really pretty stuff to watch, great TF2. They're going to be assaulting last now, and there goes the gun being set up by MixUp. Let's see if they decide to hide on that propane tank, or if the ending push they're trying to sneak the scout on there is going to make them learn their lesson, Justin. But a chance for a really big heartbreak round here for MixUp.
Yeah, and we see them digging in with the sentry. Not the heavy yet. I guess they're just gonna run with 2 scouts right now. Or they have 2 soldiers. My bad. But yeah, we'd expect the Uber to come in any moment. Here it does. Here it comes. There's a scout who gets the front of the Uber. He's gonna meet a sentry now, and he's gonna get taken down. That was Sizer. Now we have Banny getting the full of the Uber, trying to take down Platinum. Hasn't done it yet. Enigma's gun is going huge, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 picks. Platinum's gonna clean up Banny, and now Sizer, CB, excuse me, he's running around, but he's gonna be met with the underpowered or the fairly powered stick, and Platinum and company, excuse me, are gonna push out in a second.
The regular powered stick making an appearance there. Gotta love the fairly balanced melee attacks. As Clockwork's gonna go down on second here trying to defend it, but Enigma's gonna go down to Sizer. Sizer's gonna trade. Looks like Tyrone's gonna try to make something happen, but he's pretty low. He's gonna have to back up. Mackie is running sniper in that window right now. I don't know if they're quite aware of that. He's gonna have a chance to make a play there. Moose is gonna go down, but not gonna be able to pick the medic while he is glowing red because he is Ubered. Banny getting caught out here. Platinum trying to get a revenge kill onto Banny. Banny just surfs away though, Justin, onto that deck above the point there. It's gonna be alright. Tyrone with a shotty onto Relic, but Relic does his job, dropping CB. Big play, and they might be running all the way back, similar to what we just saw from Quantic, Justin.
Yeah, and it's all going to depend on this frag right here. Tyrone does go down, so that's going to open it up for Enigma to sort of run in and do a whole lot of cleanup on the damage that was done by Relic and company. Size is not having any of it, though. He's going to take down Enigma, not before an overbuff. Moose is going to come in with Hardblue and kill him. Now we have Mackie, Alex. He's on top, holding down the point, waiting for his team to spawn up. He's like, come on, guys, I'm here.
Good play,
Get
man.
here for me, please.
Yeah, good play. He's just throwing rockets. Even if he doesn't hit, he's not letting them cap that point, letting his reinforcements come in. There's Clockwork getting really aggressive all the way at the 2. Wow, a double onto 2 combat classes. Just picking them, taking them away. Moose and Relic are down. That's really, really hard to defend. That's just a crazy scout getting in your face and killing you. As Mackie is going to go down in the meantime, but that's going to open a door. Justin and Clockwork playing really well, trying to support Banny, who, by the way, 36 points and 2 doms, playing a little bit well.
Yeah, vintage scout play coming in from Clockwork, who's definitely shown he's one of the more aggressive scouts, not afraid to get in there and do a whole lot of damage. Push was kind of stunted a little bit. Mackie messed up his jump out a window, and Enigma cleaned him up. So they're just waiting for Quantic waiting for him to spawn up before they face off Uber versus Uber. Kind of a big deal, though, because Hardblue was able to get Uber, and now the team just sitting 100% versus 100%.
All right, Sigma, we talked about this yesterday, how hard it is to defend this point from a third push. So what do you do if where's the positioning? Where do you want to keep your combo here if you're MixUp?
Honestly, just kind of floating around the center is the best you can do, because you need to be able to react to the relatively fast switch that can come in. And
oh, man.
Yeah, there's Mackie going aggressive trying to get the pop, but he gets Platinum instead, which is, you know, just as good or better. And now we're going to have the Uber exchange, but Banny versus no demo. I expect we're going to see a lot of damage out here. Clockwork does go down first, so Quantic not able to find their frags against the red Uber, but yeah, like a lot of damage going down onto Quantic actually. CB relying on a scout to save him. Moose gets him anyways, and now it's looking a little bad for Quantic, although I would say just kind of unfortunate that they weren't able to make that push work after already killing Platinum, really.
Yeah, that Mackie bomb didn't look like it was going to be successful. Platinum just kind of stumbled out there. It was like, oh, hey, the sky's falling, and it's actually a soldier with pain. And, yeah, that opened up the door, but Moose with a huge play on the CB. Remember, Harblu's still alive, 75% Uber, so he's going to have a big advantage. CB's just getting, we do have a back cap, but Clockwork is going to get shut down by Moose, so Moose continuing to play well here. He's going Banny big, 34 points for Moose. Enigma, again, that scout play, MixUp really powering them right now. Let's see how they play this here. Tyler going down for Banny. He's got 3 doms now. Banny's just collecting dom, like trophies, notches on his belt there. Jeez, as it's going to be a time 7. The Uber was popped, so not all is lost for Quantic. Sizer is going to go down. Banny and company don't want to quite give it up, though. They do lose the point. Guy on CB, though, scout on CB, not going to be able to take him down. Clockwork able to finish off Enigma before he goes down. And now Sizer and Clockwork are kind of poking around trying to get that times 6 on the point there. Harblu, by the way, did go down to guess who? Banny. I didn't see that, Justin. A pipe from across the map onto Harblu, so Banny is just carrying.
I want to say that it was a roller because Banny's rollers are like heat-seeking missiles that find what they need to find. But great job from Quantic being just aggressive enough to let their spawners spawn up in time to get to middle and then retake it after MixUp took it right from under them. Now they're taking second from under MixUp, and with the Uber, Harblu just spawning up. They're only going to have around 20%. We can expect a nice Quantic push. Hopefully they find some kills this time.
Yeah, well, they're going to go in top left, not waiting around for that level 3 gun to be built. Only level 1 is going to go down. Now they have a heavy they have to chip down from full health. Not doing a lot of fragging there. Moose is going to go down. CB, though, is going to drop. Back and forth here. Only 3 still alive. 4 up for MixUp. That's going to make it 2 now for Banny. Banny is still alive, though, so anything can happen. Here goes Mackie onto Tyler, but he's going to get shut down. Clockwork is alive, but he's all the way up on spawn, running back to 2, so Uber versus no Uber. It's not a problem, guys. It's just so hard to push this last. And now Harbaloo is going to have a huge Uber advantage, and we could have another comeback.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's all the heavy on last. I think 7 shots were wasted between Tyrone and Sizer, and when you're just wasting that many amount of shots on one player to die, you don't really have much left over to kill the rest of the guys. And you know, once the heavy went down, MixUp kind of just recomposed themselves and used all their reloaded shots to kill everyone on Quantic, and they were able to take second off of it.
All right, well, the Uber was popped. In the meantime, I believe Clockwork jumped in on a flank quickly and made Harbaloo pop that Uber, so good play by him. One of those not on the stat sheet plays, because now CB is going to leapfrog. Only a 30% Uber advantage, but that is significant. See how they play it, Sigma. They're kind of stacking up Banny on the left, and the combo looks like they're going to join him over there. It's like Mackie and Medic on the far left as well, so hasn't worked out so well, that far left push, to see if they can get in there this time.
Yeah, here's the pop. MixUp scattering quickly. Harbaloo down to low life, but 90% he pops it, and CB finds himself running into Relic right at the end of the Uber. That's rough for him. And it looks like Quantic's just gonna get cleaned up. Tyrone still has a buff. He's over on the left side. I think they know he's there though, and there's no way he can jump through a heavy's minigun onto the medics. So he's kind of just stuck and waiting to die, I guess. So another rough push for Quantic coming into this too.
At the very least, Alex, he just stalled him enough to have the rest of his guys spawn up and try to post some sort of a defense at middle. Still, though, with MixUp running that Enigma heavy, it's going to be brutal. He got 3 kills on the last push, and then got a flash to have his life saved. So good job from Harbaloo keeping him alive, because he's putting out a whole lot of pain right now on Mick.
Yeah, he really is. And what it does is it defends that bomb. But another sticky trap by Banny. It's going to take Harbaloo and Relic away. I can't believe how well Banny's playing. I'm going to keep saying it until he stops playing this well. But now he's going to roll up to 43 points. And again, another pick onto Harbaloo. Harbaloo's just got to be shaking his fist at Banny across that room. Like, stop killing me, please. And now Quantic has the advantage, 95% and counting for CB, rolling in again on the left here. As long as they keep Banny and company alive, it's going to be their push here. The heavy is still alive. He is, with a spawned up medic, popped Uber there. Oh, I don't know if this Uber's going to work out for him. Tyrone's going to try to jump upper and try to make something happen, but a clutch forced pop there by MixUp. They're going to be able to back off, and now Justin, our favorite thing in the game, they're going to leapfrog Uber, maybe be able to re-push too.
Yeah, let's see if MixUp has the gall to push out of their last. With their only 30% advantage, you could imagine that Quantic would have enough space to spread out and not have the Uber do too much harm to them. I would like to see somebody on Quantic do something to try to take out this heavy. They need a pick class, obviously, because they're going to have to deal with a sentry and a heavy. It means Banny's going to be directed towards the sentry, and it's going to leave the rest of the guys to deal with the heavy. And you're going to have 4 other guys on MixUp who are just healed up and haven't taken any damage throughout the entirety of the Uber. So something's got to happen to take out this very strong MixUp defense.
All right, so Sigma, help me out here. So you run a heavy. What's the disadvantage if you're MixUp? Because you're taking away a scout, you lose that mobility. I mean, how can Quantic sort of make that take advantage of that?
Well, honestly, the only downside to a heavy on last is it's harder to push back onto 2 as quickly, but they don't have any intention of pushing back onto 2 until they repel a push. So really, there's nothing you can do other than have a much better Uber than the other team to make up for that health difference. Honestly, if I was them, I would just say, okay, Banny, take the Uber, go kill everybody.
Just carry us more, please.
Yeah. I mean, look at where they are right now. They got that gun, the heavy, the medic, the NG, and the demo man all in the same place. Isn't that just asking to have stickies thrown into it?
Crits, maybe. We haven't seen no crits yet. I think that might be a switch up you make. Maybe see the suicide medic to switch off. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah. Harbaloo's like, yeah, I want to do that too. Well, Mackie is running sniper. He's up top left, so we've seen this before. The point is sort of open a little bit. Oh, Clockwork, though, actually, I'm sorry. He's the one who's sniping. He's going to take Platinum away, so Mackie giving the sniper reins to Clockwork there. Interesting little choice. Gun is still up in the back for Clockwork with a full charge under Relic, so he's doing some work now. Ubers are popped on the last. Level 3 is still up. Those guys are going to spawn. In fact, Platinum's already back. Man, the spawn time's just so short. And Clockwork still be able to smoke up. Oh, misses a shot onto the medic. but looks like MixUp, even though they took some casualties, they're just going to push them back. Sizer's going to go down, but Moose finally going to get his heavy Russian brain blown off there. Enigma's going to go down to a Banny Pipe. Clockwork's going to get shut down. All this carnage is going on. Mackie onto Harblue, so he sneaks in when they weren't looking to take some medic away. That very well could be it as far as getting an Uber advantage. And finally, CB is going to have a huge advantage, Justin. Crazy back and forth, but even with the picks, it's so hard to push this.
You know, two problems happened last Uber for Quantic. One, they didn't take out the Sentry. Number two, they did not take out the Heavy. And so we had that entry frag on the demo, allowed Quantic to step in and creep in. They weren't able to do much else with it. We saw some exit frags by Clockwork, some sniper exit frags that were nice, allowed his team the advantage to get in there and pick Harblue. Now they have the full advantage. You're going to pop in right now, Alex.
Yeah, go ahead. My game just crashed, so.
Yeah, okay, well, we have the blue Uber finally Banny does take out that Sentry, but like we said, that leaves the Heavy to just spin up and do a whole lot of pain. And finally, he gets taken down by Sizer. And there's only two up right now. It's Harblue and Platinum doing everything they can. Platinum's on the point, not being healed. Now we have just Harblue, but he's going to meet a friendly or an enemy medic's Uberstar, and he's going to get taken down. So finally, Sigma, we have a Quantic round win.
Yeah, and basically all that came down to was the Uber from Quantic came out of a door close enough to get into the Sentry right away, and they killed the Sentry well within the duration of their Uber. So nicely done by them to recognize that they needed to not use that far door so that they could get there in time. Now here we go on to another mid-fight. Actually very little damage going between the demos until that happened. Platinum taking a ton of damage, Harblue taking a ton of damage. CB goes down to Plat, but actually lots of frags going down onto Quantic now, only damage going down onto MixUp, so people not able to clean up off of the spam, I guess. So MixUp takes that mid, and now Quantic in a little bit of trouble with Harblue surviving almost as a full Uber.
Yeah, CB went down first, followed by Banny, and when you have your medic and your star player going down early on in the middle, you can't be expected to win that mid-fight. It would have taken a miracle. And now we have MixUp, Alex. I don't know if you're back or not, but they're pushing in with 100% Uber and about ready to cap that second point from Quantic.
A chance to maybe run a quick round back here. We're, of course, a 2-1 in favor of Quantic. MixUp looking to tie it up here. Tyrone's going to get caught out by Tyler. Uber was popped early, and see if he can get back and punish CB, who's doing all he can, jumping around, but he's going to get shut down. A lot of pressure going to be on last. Banny is alive with two scouts. Banny's just like throwing stickies everywhere. So here comes the pressure now. Post Soldier jumping in. Relic's going to get shut down by Sizer. Sizer with a double onto Tyler. Making three onto Enigma. So Sizer puts the team on his back, taking a little bit of that burden, guys, off of Banny. Platinum, though, with a double. Not quite over yet as Banny's going to go down. I don't think they're going to be able to push this, though, as it's just so hard with the respawn times. But both teams now starting to spread out the beasting. It's not just Banny. Sizer helping out there.
Yeah, and we had a bunch of chain kills from multiple players, but in the end it sort of was a wash as people went down. We had nobody take the point on last. Equal Ubers, and we have Clockwork on Sniper again. So like you said before, Mackie passing over the old Sniper gun to Clockwork, maybe a precursor of what we're going to see next season. The Quantic team sans Mackie, Alex.
Yeah, I gotta say, if I have a wrench with Christmas lights on it, I want my Sentry gun to also have Christmas lights on it. Shouldn't that be part of it?
I guess. I mean, you can talk to Robin Walker about that one.
Also, I don't know why, like, the Christmas lights aren't all the same color. Like, why are the demo lights on the sticky launcher, like, not lights? They're, like, brown and black or something? Is that just straight up racist? Must be.
Straight up racism as we do see MixUp pop the Uber in. Banny's going to take down Platinum. That's going to be a huge pick to stunt their push. And we're going to see the Soldier get caught out. There's a scout, Uber scout on right now, but Tyrone's going to get credited with the kill for that one onto Tyler. 3 down now for the MixUp team. Harblue 2. We have an offensive heavy. It's been very effective for them, but he's going to go down. Just one scout left to defend the second point. Actually, is Moose, and he's able to take down CB. There's a huge frag from Moose. He stayed alive, dancing around those boxes, Alex, and took down CB. That is absolutely huge.
Yeah, jumping on heads out there, just making things happen. That's that X factor when a scout goes huge like that, can do tons of damage. Just kiting rocket splash, able to kill CB. That's a big frag. So MixUp's going to rally behind that. Mackie's going to go down to Tyler. Sentry Gun's going to go down as well. Ooh, big pick there. As Banny is going to get chopped down by the Heavy. So Enigma running that offensive Heavy, like we said, just really hard to deal with. A lot of damage from the back row. Sizer, though, able to drop Harbaloo in the mix of that. Tyler as well is going to go down. So the big frags from Quantic, they still have a chance. So times one on the point. Relic is going to drop CB. CB had to run the point, though, to stop it. That's going to be pretty big, but Harbaloo's down. Not going to have a huge advantage. Moose goes in to drop Sizer. Clock got him, so back and forth. But Quantic never really looked like they were quite in that much danger other than the Relic pressure on the point. Clockwork, though, guys, he's just going to run straight into Tyler. Just W mouse one right into him, and gotta love that stuff, but he's going to get shut down. So looks like actually the half is going to end here. We didn't quite see that coming, but yeah, so that would explain why Clockwork just ran in a straight line at him, and we're going to end the half here at a stalemate, 2-1 in favor of Quantic. I didn't think that was that fast, but it really was, guys. So 2-1. First time we've gotten to a half without 3 rounds being run off.
Yeah, very impressed with the way MixUp was able to adapt from yesterday. Obviously, they've designed that play where they bait a whole bunch of people to come into their second, and they're waiting with an Uber, and then their Heavy spawns up, and they kill a bunch of people and push in with that devastating Heavy Uber. It's worked for them at least once in the past, right? And it seemingly has worked a few times, though. Quantic, though, I'm also impressed with their ability to be resilient, defend last many times, and push back and not be fazed by the whole Heavy thing. Oftentimes, we can see teams get a little aggravated with Heavy, but doesn't seem to be the case for Quantic right now.
Different story from the match we saw yesterday. They played this, of course, in the upper bracket finals. This map was a 5-0 in favor of Quantic. So, Sigma, what has been the difference so far in this match? I mean, MixUp looks like they're right there. Really, really close first half.
I think MixUp basically just had a powwow in their hotel room and figured out what was going wrong, because we saw a few big changes. We saw that 4-man suicide that they started using, which I think is really cool, because that's like a strategy straight out of Season 6 making its comeback, but on this map it works really well. And then on mid we see a lot of scout aggression going down onto Banny, and that was the difference we noticed between Granary and this map yesterday. Was there was scout protection for Banny and he wasn't going down to it, but now they're waiting and then timing a scout running into Banny's face across the point, and that's what's won them the mids they've won so far. So MixUp definitely being more prepared for this map than they were yesterday, but Quantic still very strong. Banny playing really well, so they're in the lead coming into half, but it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, so what are we looking at in the second half as far as changes go? I mean, MixUp is down 1 round. What would you do to sort of, I'm not going to say mix it up, although that's exactly what I want to say. How would you change if you were MixUp, guys?
To be honest, I wouldn't actually change anything. I'd just keep playing the game and, hoping that they can have a little bit better exchanges, because they're doing the right things. It's just Quantic is a tough team to beat, and it's all that's showing through. I mean, they kept them to only 2 rounds, and they took 1 themselves, which is far better than how they were doing yesterday. So I think they're doing the right stuff. They just need to execute a bit better and, not get quite as elaborated upon by the scouts of Banny, and they'll be okay.
We saw really Quantic unable to push last, Justin. And what would you do if you were Quantic, try to get more rounds in the second half? I mean, they stalled out a lot and got pushed back on quite a bit from last to second. What would you do if you're Quantic? How do you fix that?
I think you can't be afraid to fail. I know that sounds weird, but you can't be afraid to maybe run a spy, run a sniper, not have a workout, and even risk having MixUp push out. Because if anything we've learned from MixUp is that pushing out can actually be a good strategy. It's the reverse pick. You allow the other team to come into your second, you do a whole lot of damage to them there, and that just lightens the load when you push into last. So definitely I'd like to see more pick classes, and maybe more conceding of ground when MixUp wants to push out. Maybe not stick them back in there too much, because them coming out could just equate to frags, and that could equate to round winnings.
Look at the stream chat really quick. Shadow Matter asks a question that I think was answered actually too. Does MixUp have to win this map to force a second map? Since they're coming from the lower bracket. That is not true, but I do have the question, if MixUp wins this best-of-3 series, do they play another best-of-3 series to determine who wins the best-of-3, or is this sort of it? Do either of you guys know? Does anyone know?
I can tell you what I hope not, but
I'm pretty sure it's 2 best-of-3s if MixUp wins this one.
Wow. So it is. I'm getting a word from Killing in the Name, our fearless ESCA admin, saying it is in fact a double best-of-3, but only, of course, if MixUp were to win this first best-of-3. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Justin, that's a long time away, and a few frayed vocal cords down the line. So, but that is the case. Anyone wondering, I was going to ask that earlier, but I did not. So that's going to be interesting to know. Remember, guys, this was Quantic's map choice. After this, we will be going to MixUp's map choice, which is Viaduct, and then I believe it's going to be a random choice from the other maps still left in the pool to decide the tiebreaker without stand-in and gravel pits. So we could see another ghouly whoosh to the excitement of all involved. But we are waiting. I think Quantic is sort of powwowing, as that's a good term for it, trying to figure out how they can come back and win it. Because they definitely, like you said, Justin, they need to win this. If you're Quantic, they definitely don't want to force another best of 3, and they definitely need to win their map. Because Viaduct, I know they're not as confident as this map, clearly.
Yeah, we might be having some Sizer computer problems. He's not on the team or in the server right now, so maybe there's some issues there. He's trying to get worked out. Hopefully he's joining the game right now. Actually, Super Sizer is in the building, so that's always a good sign, especially if you're Quantic, to have your 5th and one of your superstar scouts join the game. Hopefully
Sizer
he's back in the server.
Sizer dodged out really quick, found a phone booth, turned into Super Sizer. Uh-oh, they're in trouble now. Paul has gone from 6'5" to 6'11", and he's ripped from top to bottom, just brown muscles ready to go. So I think that's trouble for MixUp, as Super Sizer is in the game. We're waiting for him to join the team here. Looking at it, what do you see coming out, Justin? You think MixUp's going to be able to run this back? Maybe take Quantic's map from him, or is Quantic going to just end it out here?
I think it's a strong possibility. I think Quantic needs to now make adjustments. We've seen MixUp make the proper adjustments. Now it's in the court of Bulls and Quantic's court to make the adjustments. Like Sigma was saying, there needs to be more protection for Banny on middle, because it seems like the cat's out of the bag from MixUp. They learned, or they figured out, someone told them that on Granary they were just chewing out Banny because he wasn't being protected. Not so much on this map yesterday, but today we've seen that that is the case. Banny's getting chewed up, and like I said at home before, count how many times Banny dies and how many times they lose middle, and it's usually always exactly the same.
All right, so we are finally live for the second half here to see how this great series is going to take a next step here. It's, of course, 2-1 in favor of the red side now. Quantic, here we go. Mackie bomb right off the bat, got some damage onto that soldier, but Relic's going to fly around. Tyrone trying to get the medic. Look at that, Tyrone and Clockwork combining. Tyrone with a double onto Platinum, and Sizer's able to drop Tyler. Only Harbaloo remains, and he's going to run away, but he's going to be chased, I think, by that red soldier. He only had 60% Uber, so he got out to middle and then promptly let everyone die and just had to run away. He didn't let him die, but everyone died around him. He's going to try to get back and get Uber in time, but this is Quantic's favorite thing to do, guys. They're going to run it back and try to pressure really, really fast and take a round away right off the bat here.
Yeah, they're in there super deep. The Uber is popped. Now they need to find some frag. Banny finding a whole lot of frag.
Wow.
That's 2 on Platinum and Relic, and Tyrone's going to get a shotty onto Harbor. And Banny with a triple onto TLR. Sizer's taking down Moose, and Tyrone finishes off on Enigma. What a fast round out of the gate. That's exactly what you want to see from Quantic on what supposedly is their strong map.
Tyrone got a great bomb in, did a lot of damage, took a few missed air shot attempts, and they just couldn't kill him, and he took down 2 with him. When you have that successful of a bomb as your pocket soldier, I mean, in this high level, Banny, the scouts had weak stuff to shoot at. Their attention was all on Tyrone, and I gotta give props to Ty. Won that mid round for him here. So now we're at 3-1 in favor of Quantic. Moose is gonna go down right away. Really fast frag for Banny. It looks like Quantic just sort of maybe Super Sizer's transformation prompted the rest of the team just to go a little bananas here, guys, as they're just gonna get shoved off the point, just out-muscled. Clockwork trying to get aggressive is going to go down, but Sizer able to drop Plat. The cost of 2 scouts, not sure about that trade. It's going to even up the frags here, 3-3, but with the midpoint forward spawn, advantage is going to be in favor of Quantic as far as positioning goes. Sigma, is there something different here? It looks like Quantic is playing a little bit more possessed.
Yeah, they're just, crazy aggressive on mid. Like, the delayed scout play onto Banny has no time to happen because everybody's dead by the time they get to it. There's huge soldier bombs, and then, scouts running right into their face. Now here's Mackie with a huge bomb, but doesn't get anything done. That's okay. It's hard for MixUp to push back onto this. I expect Quantic just to back up and wait for Mackie to come back on whatever class he comes back on.
Getting overextended, though. That was Clockwork, and Relic's going to take him down with 2 down. Alex, that's going to open up the door for MixUp to get on their horses and start pushing out. They're electing to go kitchen. They're getting in right in behind the rest of Quantic, and Sizer's going to take down Relic. But now both Ubers are popping. CD's got to chain it to save Banny, which means Harbaloo's going to have a little bit more of an Uber, but he is in the presence of enemies, and he's going to back it out into window room.
Sizer got behind, forced a 1v1. He lost that 1v1 against Moose. CB is going to go down to Enigma, so back and forth fighting taking place in two locations right now. All sorts of frags going up. Clockwork's the only one left alive. He's going to get shut down. Harblu's still alive, so MixUp looks good now in this round. They're going to get a ×3 on the point. Only Sizer's going to spawn. Don't know how many other forwards are going to get. CB getting forward would be huge. Definitely, yeah, he will get that forward, so they'll have a chance here to defend too. But Harblu, Sigma, he's going to have about a 60% advantage, 50% advantage, so a nice play by MixUp, not letting Sizer behind them, sort of throw them off their game.
Yeah, basically they were just able to capitalize off that first scout pick. Wow, TLR with their shot onto scout coming in. Actually, Quantic being really aggressive into this point. I'm not sure what's triggering this, but they do get a lot of damage down onto MixUp, but they lose so many frags in the process. So MixUp's just going to back up and come back in. And this might leave them in trouble for last. If MixUp moves ahead quickly, they're going to catch them without Uber. I don't think they're fast enough.
CB is at 90% right now, so he's probably going to be able to get it just in time. Mackie forces a pop on that lower level. Finally, CB gets it just in the nick of time there, and they're going to be able to counter with that Uber. But look at MixUp in that movement. Oh, Harblu just going to get caught out the very end, almost snuck in that doorway. And that's going to be a big pick. Tyler's going to go down as well, so what looked like a pretty nice push for MixUp, able to force and get out. Not so, as they're going to lose their medic, and CB is still alive, and he's getting an Uber advantage as we speak. Let's see how Quantic plays this here. They're going to try to poke in and try to catch him before Harblu's back to resupply those blue troops. And Enigma and company trying to make something happen on 2, trying to force them back. Clockwork with going to go down to a nice pipe by Platinum. And that's probably going to shut this push down, at least for now. But CB with a 40% advantage, Justin, he's going to probably get that Uber up and push with Banny and try to retake.
Yeah, one thing I'm seeing out of MixUp is they are not
crits,
running out
by the way, on MixUp,
offensive heavy, but you just called why. They have the crits, and that's going to even out
Enigma
the advantages. But Mackie is going to take down Enigma before Enigma can take down CB. Thankfully, I'm sure CB is going to buy him a drink after the lane is over. But right now, we're going to have the Ubers catch up. That's going to buy enough time for the crits, I think, to get built up in time. And I don't know if anyone spotted the crits yet, Alex. This could be devastating if you're Quantic.
All right, well, we saw a couple medics pass the ultimate test here, the reaction time. That crit sticky's in the air. You got to pop that Uber right in time. I don't know if we're going to get to that situation here. Harblu kind of hopping around. Doesn't look like Quantic is going to decide to push. Now, Mackie does have a gun on his back right now, Justin. There goes the crits, and CB, in fact, does pop in time. I don't know if there was some damage to be done there, but Tyrone's got bad intentions on his mind. He's pushing top right, trying to make a frag or two, but he's going to run into that heavy, of course, and that's just tough to do. So, bottom line, though, cycling Uber is in favor of the Crits Krieg team, so just a matter of time if they play it right where they'll be able to re-push. And Banny got stuck out there. Wow, he was in the single digits, very low. He's going to stay alive. Now here comes the heavy, though, able to drop Sizer and Banny. Tyrone trying to get him. Finally is going to drop the heavy. CB is still alive. Harblu is still alive as well, but he's not building that crits right now, just hooking up with a player right now, so that Uber advantage that he had is kind of being thrown away now. He's on a scout. Oh, Clockwork! What a shot, 3-shotting the medic with a scout in his face. Harblu goes down, so advantage now right back in the hands of Quantic. Again, that big play for a scout, just so huge.
Great plays from Quantic all around. They really only had one decision. Once that Uber got cycled, like he said, crits was in MixUp's favor, and they said, you know what, guys, we're just going in. We have the man advantage. And they went right into MixUp, and now they're doing it on middle. They popped the Uber. Harblu had died, so he's gotten 0% Uber charge. And is he still on Uber, or is he on crits? There's a scout on him right now. Who's that? That is Clockwork trying to get him. Mackie's going to take down Relic.
He's on crits, by the way.
Okay, he's on crits, so that crits is going to build up and see if it becomes a factor out.
Yeah, weird decision by Harblu to jump out the window there with that crits. He almost wanted him just to run back, make sure he got that advantage, but yeah, without getting that crits off, that was a big, important moment in this round. And now he's forced to get back. He still has that crits, but again, not healing so consistently, he's not going to have a big advantage, and in the meantime, Quantic's just going to take 2 from them without much of a defense. Maybe not. Here comes the delayed bomb, trying to defend 2 CBs in a lot of trouble. Still alive, he's going to have to dodge everything, but no, almost had hopped over a roller, but right into a relic bomb, and he's going to go down. Banny is going to go down as well. Tyrone and Clockwork here's pressure on last. The crits on last is going to save it. Clockwork is going, or I'm sorry, Sizer is going to, Sizer is going to go down. Mackie in a tricky little spot there, Justin, waiting for a possible repush out of bottom or something, just getting a little crafty. And actually, they're right above him right now, so I don't know what Mackie's going to do here. He's got the medic right there. Here comes the scout, but the medic is going to drop down and say hello to Mackie, who was waiting for him. Oh, man. And now here comes Sizer. Sizer with 2. That could be the round right there, Justin. 2 big frags. Mackie and Sizer going bananas.
Yeah, Supersizer with the cape is killing the play right now, and he's working his way on last, getting all into Platinum's face. We see a bomb coming in late from Relic. It's not going to do anything as Quantic able to get in there and win the round. And I have to say that kind of sack on the point, but really a sack on the crits to make Harblu pop it, really, I think, saved them the round there, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, he got a lot of flack in the forums and otherwise. I think I was a little unfair to him yesterday by saying, I think I said, oh, he must be throwing, but I wasn't serious. I was kind of joking. A lot of people kind of capitalized on that, but yeah, I mean, he wanted to get that crits and stay aggressive, and it turned out to be not a good decision, but he's the man, so best medic I've seen. So Sizer is going to go down in the first frag here. Tyrone again getting really aggressive in the face. Mackie onto Harblu. Tyrone onto Harblu. Mackie onto Relic. Still anyone's game though, a 2v2. It's Tyrone and CB versus Tyrone with the stick. He's going to try to get out. CB is still alive, though he's nowhere to be found to help Tyrone out. And Tyrone is going to end up going down to Tyler. So really back and forth mid-fight there. Sigma, I didn't quite see all the action, but it looked like Tyrone, after he picked Harblu, was going to win the round win the mid for his team, but MixUp was able to fight back there.
Yeah, CB ended up alone on their side of mid, and Tyrone from the jump was far separated, so he didn't have the buff that he needed to win the 2v1, and MixUp takes it, but huge Uber advantage for Quantic. I would expect them to go on this. Oh, crits? Okay.
I don't know.
Actually, they're running it a lot this half.
Yeah, we don't think we've seen crits maybe more than 2 or 3 times in this whole matchup for CB. Harblu much more akin to using them. Check 6 love to use crits, so must be part of it. Bandy's trying to get aggressive. He's going to get shut down. Unable to get that flash. Platinum's going to go down along with Relic. That crits is currently being charged, but Platinum's down, so I don't know. It's going to be a Tyler call. He didn't quite get it, though. He didn't get it. Harblu goes down. But in the meantime, Moose able to drop CB, but oh man, Harblu at 98% crits. If you just waited another second, he would have had it. Oh, it's so brutal. Sigma, as a medic, you got to watch that and just kind of grit your teeth, because I mean, we've all been there. Just the timing, just a moment off.
Yeah, well, even on a crit streak there, following that close onto a soldier running into another soldier means even if he popped it, he was still dead because he's not invincible. So Harblu, I don't know, I expect more out of him because, as you said, he is pretty much the best medic in North America when he's playing well, but this game he's kind of, missing his cues.
Sorry to interrupt, but there's another crits Krieg, and it's in fact in the hands of CB, so he heard me. He's like, nah, man, I got crits too. So he's going to try it, and Banny's going to get a chance to show his crit power. And Justin, that doesn't spell good news for MixUp. Banny with crit stickies.
No, there's a big trap over on the right side, but it's been spotted right now.
Here we go.
He's going to jump in to get it going, and the crits are popped. So far, no kills with the crits. They have to get something, and this is a rare non-kill crit from Banny. He is going to take out TLR, but it's not that effective. Finally, he takes out Harblu. That is at least some saving grace for that crit, but look at the rest of MixUp, led by Moose and Enigma, doing a whole lot of damage, cleaning up the rest of the farm.
Oftentimes with that crits Krieg, it's all about the first sticky, because he's got that thing primed, and he's going to just toss it in there. If he misses that first one, it's hard for him to get enough charge on the second and third to make something happen. He only dropped one. It was Tyler, but with that crit sticky, you really want to try to get the heavy, or the medic, of course, as Mackie is running sniper right now, so he's going to try to make a transition pick here. Dangerous, though, to run sniper in a setting like this, Justin, because you don't have the power to defend an aggressive play, so we'll see how this works out for Quantic.
Yeah, very questionable decision. I mean, it is land, so you're going to have better registration and all the like, but Mackie's bomb has been pretty big, and like you said, without the extra fragging power and the burst splash damage power of Soldier when you're trying to defend or push, it's going to be a detriment to your team unless he comes up with a clutch headshot, and it wouldn't be the first time, so I guess we'll have to see what Mackie can do here.
He's just lining up right down that right corridor, and he just wants a full charge, anything that comes out of there. Don't know if they even realize that he's there. He's going to unscope now. I would like them just to scope up, get that full charge going, and wait for a scout or something to go through there, but I don't know if they even have any idea he's running sniper. If they did, I would think that hard push through right will be in store, but look at where Sigma, look where MixUp is. They're really far back right now. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they must think that crit's still in the hands of CB here.
Maybe, or maybe they're just waiting for Quantic's move, and Quantic almost seems to be killing time waiting for a pick here, but I mean, yeah, it's their right to do it. They're up 4-1, so, may as well take it easy. Now, Mackie gets eyes on a scope, but he doesn't take the shot, which I can respect. That's a tough angle he's at there, and he's just waiting for somebody to walk in there. Takes a shot, misses. Yeah, That's not as exciting as I tried to make it sound.
Yeah, and he's taking 2 shots now, and he's showing his dot all over the place. So by this time, MixUp is well aware that he is running sniper. Someone hasn't told him already. So this might be, you know, MixUp's cue. They need to get something going. They might just decide, hey guys, they have a sniper. They're down a fragging class. Let's work something out and just get him in the DM department. Maybe pick Mackie if he's creeping too close and then push in. Guess we're gonna see.
I mean, it's 4-2 right, or it's 4-1 right now. I mean, MixUp really has no reason to delay. We saw that the first half stall out. I mean, it's gonna be almost impossible for you to run 3 rounds back to tie it up in time to keep this match going. So MixUp don't know what they're doing, but I guess here comes Quantic. They're like, all right, dudes, we'll push then. Don't worry about it. Here goes the Uber's going to be popped sort of short on that left side for the blue, and they're going to actually try to take it back. Tyler trying to hunt down some wild Banny, trying to get that pelt for his wall. His Enigma is going to go down. Mackie, I think, still running sniper. I'm not sure where he is. He's finally going to peek out there. They're winning this fight, by the way, 6v5. Two down on either side. Mackie is going to have a scope up here from that window, trying to see if he can make something happen. Sizer's going to go down, but there's that body shot finally making something happen. And Manny onto Moose. CB's going to get dropped down. Banny finally going to get dropped down. There's another body shot onto Tyler. He's just body shotting everybody, Justin. He doesn't need a headshot.
Yeah, and there goes another one. Right now, 15 HP on Hardblue. He's got the SMG, but not before Syringer later from Hardblue with those cooler needles. Stay, chill out, Mackie.
Yep, that was pretty awesome. Mackie body shotting everybody, so proof all you guys out there who say body shot pro, body shot suck, they're pretty good at killing people as well.
Yes, they are, and now we're going to have the advantage because Hardblue's managed to stay alive in that exchange. He's going to have around 30% advantage. Siggy's going to be pressed to catch up, but you know, Sigma, like we've been saying, when you're stuck at your second, the other team's got middle, and they certainly have the 3-round advantage. The advantage for Uber doesn't really seem all that big after all.
Yeah, and it's tough here because as we were saying, it's 4-1, so MixUp pretty much has to push here. But Mackie's like, well, yeah, that's what they're gonna. Oh my goodness, there's the sticky trap.
Wow, was that another drop?
That was it. I don't. Yeah, was it a drop or did Banny just?
It was a drop.
Oh boy, so it's not going too well for Hardblue, but when you have Banny on the other end of the of your face, just putting stickies down it, you know, it's going to be a hard time. We do see Mackie right now, Alex. He is running heavy, the offensive heavy. For Quantic.
Super Sizer gets 2 as well, man.
Yeah,
He is flying in there. Call him Clark Sizer Kent. Unbelievable as he's throwing the glasses and the suit off. He's got the cape, Justin. He's got the whole thing, the spandex. He's going nuts here. As that's going to prompt Hardblue. I think does have crits now. No, he's got regular, so I thought I saw the crits. But here comes the pop on the last. Clockwork with a one-on-one scout fight on the left. All over the point. No frags being made. That heavy just absorbing damage. A great flash by CB keeping that scout alive. That might prompt the round to win. The heavy's still alive. CB with the bonesaw trying to live the dream, but no. Banny is still alive, but he's all the way back at 2. But Sigma, it's just a matter of time before the clock runs out on him.
Yeah, I'm trying to look back in the chat here to see how much time we had left when this round started. I think it was a fair bit, but this has been going on for quite a while, just going back and forth here, so MixUp has got to be feeling the time pressure here. Enigma tries to kill Banny. Sizer, meanwhile, takes out Hardblue. Banny does go down, but no medic for MixUp means even if they cap this point, they're probably going to lose it pretty quickly after that.
I'm getting. Lang wants to make the point that it's the pocket's job to check for stickies. I don't think we're being too hard on Hardblue,
that's
though.
true. That's true. But I mean, it's you know,
the
point is it's bad for MixUp. They got screwed by Banny's trap.
Yeah, well, Banny's trap, we saw on this map so many times, just takes Ubers away from medics. I know it's hard. You say, yeah, I mean, Tyler definitely checks for sticks, but that one time he doesn't seems to be the time where Banny's got the 12 of them waiting for you. So, all right, well, Banny doing a ton of damage onto another pipe onto Moose. Banny is just everywhere, doing everything. He's still alive too, running around.
What the hell? Why?
Hardblue's gonna
Why
come
would
out
you
with an Ubersaw.
Ubersaw
I don't know. Try to Ubersaw into the fray of bullets is just being sprayed into his face. That was a questionable call. Certainly.
Well, I think the game's over. I mean, it's 4-1, and there's probably like 10 minutes left in the game. You know, I think Hardblue at this point just wants to go.
They probably
to the
don't
next
care
one.
at this point. They're probably like, whatever. Just next map. Let's beat them on Viaduct. Whatever.
Right, and I respect that sort of, but getting back to finishing that point, I mean, yeah, it is a pocket's responsibility to check for stickies, but you can't drop this many Ubers too as well. I mean, you gotta just cite that as just something that's bad. So,
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And guys, I mean, we have to remember, as we see right now, who is that Tyrone being launched to the skybox, that MixUp needs to win 2 best-of-3s to win it. Quantic only needs to win one. You can't be throwing any matches, any rounds, no matter how far gone they might be. Although Banny right now with a double kill, and then there's just scout frags all around. Clockwork's still left alive. He's trying to do as much as he can and stall that second point, but it's not going to go. Platinum's going to clean him up. Sizer and Tyrone are going to get the forward spawns. But like I was saying, you can't just throw away a round or a map because you think it's far gone. You're kind of making the hill you need to climb that much steeper.
Yeah, I mean, momentum is a big part of this game, too. You want to play as well as you can all the time, I think, just like in any sport, You watch, like, an NBA game, if they're down by 30, they're still sort of trying, at least, but, oh, man, getting the pause out here to extend this match even longer. Oh, it's just a momentary one. They're going to go right back into it here.
Here it is again.
Yeah, baby. As another one's going to go now, so some pause, unpause shenanigans. Someone trolling, maybe, Justin?
Yeah, possibly. Maybe someone kicked out a cable, or Sizer dropped his cape. He's got to put it on, Velcro it back together. I don't know. But that is unfortunate because it looked like we were gearing up for an end. But we are going. We're just being teased now, Alex. You're teasing us with the troll pauses. Finally, I think everyone's back and situated. I guess Size just got that cape back on after.
Yeah, I wish there was a way for us to check the time from Source TV. But you got to think that we're winding down to 10 minutes or so, maybe even less than that for MixUp. Banny with an air pipe on a Tyler to say goodnight to TLR. Big air pipe again. Platinum with one onto Mackie. Sizer's going to go down. Here comes the rebound here. Relic is getting into the fight now. On to CB. Is he going to be able to drop him? No. CB able to surf away. And here comes Tyrone able to drop. Platinum. No. Platinum's going to be able to get away. The smoke monster from Lost is going to crawl away. Harblue's in there fighting his little heart out with those needles. And Banny says goodnight, sweet prince. That's a pipe to the back of the head, and that equals death. Banny's pipes are ridiculous, guys.
I mean, that was an interesting play by Harblu. He came in with the needles. CB was very, very, very hurt. I thought for a second CB might have to pop to a medic of all things, but he had none of that. He pulled out the needles, and right now he's got to pop because there's a soldier on him. So Tyler doing his job, making the Uber pop, but Harblu's still dead. Advantage still heavily favored into Quantic.
Yeah, and they're going to look like to push last here, but of course they still need to cap second. Harblu is going to be down. And no, actually, the Uber advantage is about the same. I thought that CB would be a little bit farther ahead, but he just did pop, in fact. So here we go, CB and Harblu going to build that Uber last. Anytime now, I expect sort of a GG to come out here, maybe even MixUp to just kind of let him cap and we can move on to Viaduct. I know they're not going to, but at this point, I'd like to see the Viaduct come up as soon as possible. A lot of heavy play, and this is Enigma now is going to take his turn as the fat Russian with the treasure chest on his head. I don't even know what that hat is. I mean, honestly, it's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, go ahead, Sigma.
Well, I didn't have anything to say. I was just confused about the hat.
Yeah, what is that? Like,
I'm too confused with the hat. I guess
it's like a pirate hat, but it's a treasure chest instead of like a hat.
I'm sure somebody knows the name of it. It's like I can't even think of anything. Oh, it looks like CB crashed.
Oh, he's lagging in and
that
out.
was the pause that we had.
Oh, he lagged and then he moved again. Okay. Well, that's not so bad then.
All right, well, as long as he didn't drop that Uber, which he didn't, he's still running around with 100%. Of course, they're just going to give up ground here. It's not really that big of a deal for them. As long as they stall out more time, Clockwork's going to run up and take Relic away. Enigma's still running heavy here, so the flank is going to be really exposed. We'll see if Quantic is aware of that. There's the Uber being popped over there on middle, so Tyrone and company going to run. Harblu, of course, only at 55% and counting. If they can get to him right now, they're going to have a chance to finish him. Vanny, though, he's going to get flanked off by Moose, so Moose only scout, lone scout, getting brave and dropping Vanny, so it's going to help out quite a bit. 2 down on either team as they're assaulting 2 now, but looking over at Harblu, he's at 80%. He's got a heavy who's just spitting up, Justin. He's got a treasure chest on his head, and he is just going big.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to halt all aggression, but it's also going to halt mobility from MixUp, and they really need to be kind of trying to get some wins under their belt if they want to take this map seriously. We hypothesized maybe they're not doing that, and maybe just trolling Quantic right now with that 450 heavy, just disheartening them, filling them with those bullets. And Clockwork's going to take down Tyler. Moose is going to take him out, and Enigma on that heavy is going to take down Tyrone. So that heavy is still terrorizing Quantic.
Sizer, was that a bind that he just flew out there? I'm not even going to read that. That's some NC-17 bestiality comment from Super Sizer. So he might be a superhero, but he is a meanie. What a jerk there, huh?
And not the greatest sportsmanship being displayed right now in Mumble. I'm sure the heavy and the round disparity is getting to both teams. It's going to be heated on Viaduct, that's for sure.
Yeah, so people are saying it's called the Bounty, by the way. All right, so and then someone says when he dies, coins come out like Mario.
What?
Mario.
As we are pushing into middle now, Sizer onto Moose. This map is pretty much, if not completely over at this point, so we're just going to kind of wait and let stuff play out here. I mean, you know, we'll call the action as we see it, but it's definitely not as intense as we pretty much know that that Quantic is going to win as far as time goes. It's just basically impossible on this map to run all these back in the nick of time. But Banny is going to go down. CB also went down. Mackie running away. Platinum laughing. He's having a good time somehow. Through all the pain as Tyrone and company spawning back. They're going to have a chance to defend the second point, but you could tell they're really not giving too much about this one at this point, Justin. Just kind of running around having fun.
I'd really like to know how much time is left, because if MixUp can win this round and then maybe get a mid-roll, you know, they'd be right back in the game depending on the time. So I'd like to know that. You know, obviously we don't have that available to us, but we're going to see the MixUp Uber coming in now, Alex.
Yeah, this actually looks good for a cap. Tyrone going down to the Uber. Doesn't find any more frags, but a lot of cap time on the points going to put the pressure on Quantic. And lots of people from both sides dying, but Moose gets the cap. Now, I guess we get to see the time at this 4-2 score.
I'm going to say 3 minutes. 3 minutes!
6
minutes.
minutes.
That is
So, hey, you know what? That's really, that's more than I thought was left, so... If Quantic was, in fact, kind of just mailing it in there, they definitely have a chance to get tied up on. Remember, all they have to do is win 2, and 2 and 3 and 6, 37. Would be tough on this, but not unheard of, Justin. So why don't you go ahead and take middle? See if MixUp can make some magic happen here. That would be an unbelievable turn of events.
It's going to be hard. We have the early bomb coming in from Relic, but he's going to go down to Clockwork, and Mackie's going to take down Platinum. So that is MixUp Demos out of the fight. Clockwork doing another number onto Moose. He's going to go down before Enigma takes down Banny. So I did say how Banny goes down. Quantic usually tends not to win that fight, but with MixUp being already down, the demo included in that 3, they're not going to win either. And we have a late play onto CB from Enigma, but he's going to get cleaned up by Clockwork. And now there's a full Uber for both teams getting ready to square off again.
All right, so Sigma, if you're Quantic, I think maybe they thought they were in better shape than that or something, because it definitely looked like they were mailing in that last round. So now you just kind of wait. Looks like Banny's putting up a sticky trap, sort of a 2 defensive stickies, just kind of make them push into you, make them to take you. But that can be dangerous too, because you know you always want to keep that aggression level up. You know, it's sort of like not trying in football or something. That's when people get hurt, or you know, that's when something awful happens. So kind of want to just keep playing, don't you?
Yeah, if I was them, I would continue to push as if there was still, you know, an hour left in the match. But some teams will wait it out occasionally, and I can understand the call. I don't like doing it, but in any case, it works because MixUp pops into them, and that's almost a guarantee of a worse Uber coming from MixUp. But they back up quickly. They realize that it's not going to happen, and you know, here we are with no Ubers. Actually, 2 heavies in the game right now, Enigma and Mackie, both pelting away on their miniguns. Clockwork manages to take down Dabes, and looks like this push is not ending. They're tanking Enigma into mid. He goes down to Banny, and it's looking worse and worse for MixUp here. They might just be, you know, feeling the time pressure here. Like, whether or not they were mailing it in on the earlier rounds, now they're trying to bring it back, but it's really hard to push back into mid, especially when the other team opts to pull out a heavy.
Yeah, they just shoved all their chips in the center there. Other than Harblue dying, they just went all in there, Justin. I mean, they still have a chance here, of course, with 6:37 about 2 minutes ago. So anything can happen here.